So I was 31 weeks pregnant when my feet were just so puffy and I could not catch my breath. Like I couldn't even walk across the store or sit down with a bridle without taking a break because I just couldn't breathe. My doctor recommended that I go to the ER, so I left work early on Tuesday. I went in on Tuesday night at 6 o'clock, and within 30 minutes, the doctors were telling me I was in heart failure, end-stage heart failure. So they knew right away from my symptoms, but I thought I was just going in because I had like extreme pregnancy symptoms, you know, because it's the same sort of thing. I was there for 2 weeks before we scheduled a C-section for Stevie on December 26th. So in that time, they were trying to figure out when we should have Stevie because I was only 31 weeks pregnant. And they were trying to figure out how we could have Stevie safely because my heart was only pumping at a 5% effective rate. Actually, the first 2 weeks were just kind of a blur. I don't remember a lot of it because they were trying to figure out the heart stuff and how to deliver a baby safely. It was scheduled for December 26th. On December 25th, my husband Kyle tested positive for COVID. And so he couldn't be there for the birth and he couldn't meet Stevie for 10 days after she was born. Also on December 25th, around 11 o'clock, I went into labor naturally. My water broke. And so they had to hold the labor off until the morning. My C-section was scheduled for 10 o'clock. She was born at 9:46 via C-section. She was born at 33 weeks and she was perfectly healthy. For a 33-week-old baby, she was 3 pounds and 15 ounces. So she was in the NICU for 4 weeks. But she was healthy the whole time, just really small. But in those first 10 days that she was born, I was in the hospital and then she was in the children's hospital, which is attached at UW. So I would see her for an hour a day. Every day I would just go down there. After that is when they started the really strong medications, and the doctors were really awesome. They tried really hard to get me off of IV medications and onto orals so that I could hopefully recover at home and avoid a transplant, but transplant was always an option from day one. They brought the term up a lot, so when it came time to actually be on the transplant list, it wasn't a total surprise. They tried everything, and my heart just kept getting worse and worse. So by the time they decided it was time to go on the transplant list, they had decided they were going to insert a balloon pump to help my heart keep beating. And when you have a mechanical pump, it puts you higher up on the transplant list. So I ended up only waiting 11 days for a heart, which is incredible to me. I had surgery on January 30th. I was walking the next day. They get you up out of bed 4 hours after surgery, and they at least have you sitting in a chair. And then the next day I was walking, and then I was home 11 days after my transplant. So it's crazy to me what they can do. But I feel really lucky that I get to spend every day with her during recovery. And now that I'm home, you know, it's the best feeling ever. When I was there, the Madison team would send me videos and pictures, and there's a picture, I'll send it to you, of Sam with like 16 Andes mints in her mouth. So it made me feel connected to the team, you know, and I already felt horrible because I was leaving on December 13th, right when it's really busy, you know, and so it really cheered me up, and they all came to visit me in the hospital. Everyone in Madison has been there for a long time, and I've been there for 10 years, and they always felt like family to me, but when something like this happens, you really realize how close your team is. Even the people in other stores, people I've never met or only met a couple of times, yeah, we've seen so much support, it's insane. And so I feel so close to the other employee owners. Even though I don't know them that well, because they just showed so much love. It was incredible. Joe and Anna and John have been incredible, helping me navigate through all of this, because on top of a heart transplant, 4 weeks after having a baby, now I can't work for a year, and that's a really scary thought, especially considering all the medications and the medical bills and mortgages and a baby to take care of. So the support that we've seen from Kessler's and all of the employee owners has been unreal. It is really telling of the type of company that we work for. We always hear with employee-owned companies all over the place that you know, they're going to take care of you and that there's so many benefits to working for an employee-owned company. And I think a lot of us, especially when we're younger, we don't really pay much attention to that, or it's hard to see the value in something like that. And this is just such a great reminder. It was for me anyway, that Kessler's is like family. And even if you don't see it every day, when you really need it, they're there for you. And the people here are wonderful. Being a transplant patient is a full-time job. I have appointments 5 days a week right now. And so I don't know how people do it without support. So I have 3 different people who drive me to my appointments. And I'm constantly getting text messages from the team still. So it feels good to know that they're still thinking about me even after recovery and transplant and all of that. All Kessler's has to do is keep my job safe for 12 weeks, and they've done so much more. So I want to tell everybody about it. Really, I just wanted to use this time to say thank you to everyone, to Joe and John, Anna, and Jay were huge supporters, the Madison team, but really everybody. So I wanted to say thank you personally, but since I can't be there, I think this is my best option.
Hi.
How are you?
Good, beautiful. How are you?
Good. You look great.
You look great.
Thank you.
Awesome.
What is going on?
I was the winner last year for our March Madness for our donations, and when I was thinking about what we should pick as something that we can all rally behind and really make a difference with, I thought, you know what? You are one of the people that we wanted to support. So we raised money for with our March Madness again this year, and Anna is there to present you with what we got for you guys.
That's incredible. See, this is what I was saying. The support just never stops, you know? And that's so generous. I really appreciate that.
I want to just add that this was the most that we've raised in this, according to John.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible. That's amazing. Thank you so much. That's so thoughtful. I really appreciate it. We were just talking about how it's just a crazy year. You know, there's always stuff going on with appointments and with a new baby, and the fact that you even thought about me and my family is just so amazing. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much for just being such a special part of us, and we can't wait for you to come back, that we can love on you in person.
Thank you so much. I'm excited to see everybody again.
Good. And give Stevie a big squeeze for us too.
Will do.